everyone, on this video I'm going to show you how you can get started creating music with Cubase LE and Cubase AI. I'm going to give you a tour of the sounds that we have available, and then we're going to lay down a beat in just 10 minutes. So let's jump into Cubase and let's have some fun. So here we are inside Cubase LE, and before we get started I want to show you how you can start creating beautiful sounds inside Cubase. There are three main ways. First, you can record your microphone or you can record your guitar, real instruments. You can do all this in Cubase. The second way is to use virtual instruments. And the third way is to use loops and samples. So let me show you where you find all these things really quickly. Everything that you need is right here in the Media Bay tab. Now, if you don't see this tab, you just click on this icon and it should appear straight away. So for example, if I want to use a virtual instrument, I click on virtual instruments. As you can see, we have HALion SE and also HALion SE. The only thing you need to do in order to use one of these instruments is literally drag and drop into your project, and then you can just click on any of the presets. For example, I can click on this preset here and I can immediately play this on my keyboard. Now, if you want to use a loop or a sample, we can just go back, click on loops and samples, and as you can see, we have a lot of libraries there, a lot of content that you can try out. Let's try a few of the sounds. Drum loops. Synths, and all these things. We have kick drum snares. Now, if you want to import a sample or a loop into your project, all you need to do is either double click or drag and drop into your project, and the sample is right there for you to use. So now that you know how to do all this, let's start creating our beat. So as you can see here, I have imported some samples from Media Bay. And I've also set up some markers as a guideline for the structure of my beat. So let me show you what I have. I have HALion SE right here. That's included in Cubase LE. And I can immediately load any of the sounds right here, any of the kits. I've already loaded one here. And the first thing that I can do is, of course, play it. Okay, now the next thing that I can do is I can go to my patterns here, and here we have some pre-made patterns that you can use straight away if you want to get started and get some inspiration. For example, let's click on this one. And as you can see, it's a full arrangement, right? Now, the great thing with these patterns is you can edit them and make them completely your own. For now, let me go and let's start with this one. I'm going to drag it into my intro. So as you can see, I can just drag and drop, and maybe I can continue with this one. Great. Now maybe I can use this one, and then I can go on with this one. Okay, so let's listen to what we have. I think I'm going to leave a little bit of gap here before the new section starts. Now, if I want to edit those, I can just double click on this, and as you can see, I can completely edit the MIDI, so I can make these loops completely my own. So I have a nice drum arrangement there already. The next instrument that I'm going to use is again HALion SE, but in this case, I've loaded a sample from Media Bay that's an 808 bass, and it sounds like this. So here's pretty much how you do it. You just drag the sample in, and you can immediately play it on the keyboard. Now, if you want to extend this and make it a pitch instrument, you can go here, activate the key range, and now, as you can see, I can extend the range of the notes that this sample is going to play. So let's go ahead and record some of these nice 808 bass lines. All right, that's all I need. We have our bass there. Now it's time for some chords. Let's move on to the next instrument, and this is HALion SE. Let's listen to the sound. And as you will hear, I've added some cool effects there. I've added the bitcrusher that's included in Cubase LE, and we also have the chopper that gives us this nice pumping effect. Check it out. Alright, now let's use this sound and lay down some chords. Now, if you're not a keyboard player or if you're not familiar with music theory or music harmony, Cubase has some really cool tools to get you going. Just click on this icon right here and you can bring up the lower zone. All you need to do now is go to chord pads, and as you can see, you can have several chords here to help you record chord progressions. For example, I have some chords selected here and I can start playing. And if I want, I can change the chords right here. Okay, let's use the chord pads now and let's record some chords. And there we go, we just recorded our chords here, and it's like I had a keyboard player that came to record some parts for my song. As you can see, they're all right there, clear MIDI chord progressions. Okay, now let's record another sound. I have this cool vintage piano sound. As you can see, it's HALion SE, and I've also added some effects here. I've added like an amp simulator. I've added a tremolo, a mono delay, and the granulizer that gives us this nice vinyl effect. Check it out. It makes the sound a little bit more gritty with a lot of character. Okay, let's record a little bit of this piano. Beautiful, we have our piano in. Now it's time to record some guitar, and I'm talking a real guitar. So let me show you how you create an audio channel in Cubase. All you need to do is click on this add track symbol, go audio, select the input of your audio interface. In this case, I'm going to use my UR22C, and I'm going to record a mono instrument. It's a guitar. Name your instrument, and then you can add the track and you can start recording. So here's my guitar, and in order to listen to it, I'm going to click on this monitor button right here, and this is how it sounds without anything. Completely clean, but in this case, I'm going to use the plugins that we have in Cubase LE to make the sound a little bit more interesting. So I'm using the amp simulator to add a little bit of this kind of amp sound. Then I'm going to add the tremolo. This is a really nice plugin that will give me this kind of tremolo. And then I'm going to use the roomworks SE reverb to add a little bit of space to my guitar sound. All right, let's record. So as you can see, I recorded my guitar in audio, and if I want to take a closer look, I can double click on this event and it opens right away so I can see the waveform in more detail. So there you go. That's how you can create a beat in just 10 minutes with the tools included in Cubase LE and Cubase AI. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you make some great music with Cubase. Let's go and listen to what we've just created, and I'll see you in the next one.